I have a million questions for this.
Yeah,
guy.
I was going to say, I'm going to peel off here because I want you guys to break down his stuff. And you got to get
doing stuff the game's never seen, and I want to like.
I hope in your montage or in your breakdown, you've got his pitch over the weekend.
Of course.
Okay, you guys take it away.
And
all
he
right.
thinks not only the pitch, Robert, but when he gets down.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's perfect symmetry. Like my son's 14 years old right now. I'm living that travel baseball world, and I talk to these parents and I talk to these kids, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot and have you make some groundbreaking statement, but everyone's chasing what you got, the velocity. I mean, take me back to like, what's Ben Joyce like in high school?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. I've talked about it a little bit, but I mean, my freshman year of high school, I was probably one of the smallest kids on the team. I threw maybe 60 miles an hour,
Really?
5'3". So I was always undersized. I kind of always had a chip on my shoulder, and I think from 6th grade on, I really just poured myself into the weight room, just tried to get as strong as I could, as fast as I could. And that didn't really catch up to me until my senior year. I grew like 10 inches that year. So that's when I really saw an increase in size, an increase in velocity and all that. So
were you getting in the weight room, especially as a pitcher, were you worried about getting too tight? Were you doing like aggressive band work? Were you diving in on these weighted baseballs? Because there's a lot of stuff. I want you to be able to help some of the younger kids that are chasing this velocity. Their parents are chasing the velocity, which I totally understand, but I think if done the right way.
Right. I feel like for me, it just came very naturally. Every day I would go out and play catch. I would just try to throw as hard as I could. Like I wasn't doing the weighted balls. I wasn't doing the bands. I was working out like a bodybuilder almost, which I don't really recommend that for everybody, but I think that's just the way that I was built. I was able to stay lengthened out, like whatever, stretch enough.
You have perfect mechanics. We're going to get it in a side angle. I want to take a look. We're going to dive in few ABs, certain things you do, highest average fastball velocity in a single season, 2008. I mean, 101.9 is just absolutely silly. You're not seeing baseball, you're seeing a white blur. And your reputation kind of preceded yourself because managing for Team USA, we played against you guys in Tempe, if you remember.
Yes.
It was the 9th inning. You came in to pitch for the Angels, and Pete Alonso, I tried to take him because I didn't know your command. I'm like, the last thing I want is this guy rushing 103 in Pete's ribs. I'm going to take, and we can get into the tape real quick. I'm like, Pete, I'm going to let Trey Cabbage, he was over at that time with the Angels, I'm going to let him take this AB, and Pete's like, no. Number one, I want to put USA across my chest. Number two, I want to see what this dude's got.
Definitely.
Did you know, like, big leaguers are thinking, like, I want to see what this kid coming out of Tennessee is all about?
Yeah, I mean, that's exciting. I remember this day specifically. Honestly, the one thing I remember is my hat was too big and it was turned a little sideways. But yeah, it was, I mean, getting to face that lineup and just being there for that game, that was unreal.
All right. The one things I've learned from doing pitching breakdowns and watching Al Leiter go about it is he talks about where's your arm at foot contact, and you're like in a perfect place to kind of stay healthy.
Right.
So what are you thinking as you get on the mound and kind of helping the kids at home?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just trying to have a good center balance. I try to keep my posture up. For me, I had a problem where I was kind of down here and I would get real spinny.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to stay up here. Good posture, just probably 60% of my weight on my back leg. And then once my leg lift, I'm just trying to stay smooth and under control. I'm not really thinking about much other than just nice, smooth leg up and get down. I like to get my arm out pretty early. That's one thing I've heard is it might come out a little too early, but for me, it's just smooth, like smooth arm swing.
Did you ever have a normal windup?
I did, yes. I used to start in junior college. So I would throw out of the windup, but once I became a reliever, it was like, just makes more sense to throw out of the stretch with, I mean, most of the time there's gonna be runners on base or whatever, so.
And that foot contact, run this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is perfection.
That's the-
Pause it at foot contact. Keep going, one more. Bang. I mean, you're in perfect position. They always say you want to be at 90 degrees right there.
Right.
Are you thinking drive with the legs? What?
So for me, I'm just really thinking about just feeling myself get into this back leg and then just drift down the mound. I'm not trying to, like, if I try to throw hard here, I get pushed out way too far. So for me,
everything's
it's just
smooth.
a nice smooth drift. And then once the foot lands, that's when I'm really trying to to get into it and throw it hard at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, bring up the JD Martinez. You got fired up.
I did.
Come on.
I did get fired up.
I'm watching blurs, and JD Martinez is one of the best hitters of a generation. He was laughing in the post game. I mean, that is stifling at 104. Did you know in the pen coming out you had big time stuff?
Yeah, I could feel it. I mean, I was feeling it.
Pause. Bring that back and pause it. Come on.
Oh my God. I honestly didn't realize it was that low when I was doing it. That's
Perfect symmetry. Are you working out both sides?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to keep it all evened out, you know?
So everything you do right-handed, you can do left. I remember hearing Garrett Cole with Brian McCann, my buddy, talking about watching him get ready. That these guys are not just focused on, they're doing stuff. And you see Paul Skeens, he's warming up left-handed a little bit.
Yeah, I try to, especially rotationally, I try to balance it out pretty good in the weight room and everything.
So 104.7 right there. What do you say to Logan? Look at you.
So,
I mean, you knew that came out.
yeah,
hot.
oh yeah. Well, so I mean,
Pause this.
in Angel Stadium, there's the velos right above home plate. So I kind of threw it, and then I looked up and saw it, and I was like, oh my God. And that's when I ended up doing the squat thing.
But I think what people don't realize, Ben, is, and we can run this tape, it's the heaters unmatched, but you got the split going. You got 103 when you need it, 104. But Eric Nays has dove in, watching you pitch. You go about it. You're throwing like almost that splinker type, Paul Skeens, nasty bottom drops out. This is just not right. When you can tell a guy a heater's coming, and you got second button going, you got all the skits are working right now. Cal Raleigh, that's 97 miles an hour. Take us inside you coming up with this split.
Yeah, so I mean, just with my kind of where I released the ball, we decided that maybe throwing a sinker would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Or just kind of messing around with it. So I kind of ended up with more of like a one seam grip here. And I ended up.
You got pointed at that so people can see.
So it's kind of like right here, splitting the seam, and then I ended up just kept splitting it farther and farther. And that's kind of where it got the.
And you're just ripping it like a heater.
Yes, yeah. And it's just, I threw it in catch play one day, and I was like, oh, that looks good. But like I couldn't really tell it was a little different than being on the mound. So I threw it off the mound before the game, and I was like, oh, this might be a legit weapon. So it was one of those things where I just kind of trusted it and threw it in a game, and it ended up being a game changer for me.
You got that closer's mentality?
Definitely.